activities in the Kern High School District tonight. The activity, it's athletics. The athletics will be providing for you varsity football. I'm Vance Palm, joined as always by my longtime partner, Kenny Calvin, and to my right is our director, producer extraordinaire, Julian Wilson. What a great night for football. We're at Ridgeview High School. I love these all-purple unis. Reminds me of my youth and my favorite team at the time, the Minnesota Vikings. And they are hosting the North High School Stars. A lot of storylines tonight. We'll get to it, but let's bring in my good friend and colleague, Kenny Calvin. Good evening, Kenny. We're looking at two teams, 0-4 records. I don't say this lightly. I don't mean it sarcastically. Someone's getting the win tonight, and someone's going to be 0-5.
Absolutely, but someone's going to be special on the ground because you have an amazing running game in North High. But Ridgeview has traditionally been great on the ground. They need to find some consistency in the offense. We'll see what happens.
Jeremiah Hayes on the kickoff return. Richie Bolin, head coach for the varsity squad for North High School. Casey Quinn, the varsity coach for Ridgeview. Interesting and uniquely, we get the head coach for Casey Quinn, for the Ridgeview Wolfpack, Casey Quinn, does the first half up top. We did this about a few weeks ago when we had him out in the northwest side, and he spends the first half up on top, so he's about 5 feet from us. Then he goes down and does the second half on the ground. Kenny, you've got the Wolfpack and their special quarterback, Mason Mendoza. And before we even start, the White Hat is sending somebody off because their knee pads are not all the way down. And before we get a snap, it's Angel Corona. Saw this last week with a couple of Liberty Patriots that got called off, and they met Brian Nixon on the sidelines when they got there.
Right, because you go over those things in pregame. Trips open set and a quick screen for Ridgeview.
Just underthrown. Vincent Hernandez had a nice blocking pattern set up in front of him, and the pass just underthrown.
Yeah, and as you see, Ridgeview's going to try to come out, spread the field, create some opportunities inside with some of that RPO read zone. But ultimately, great job by the North High defense, getting lucky on a short throw. 40 even front. 3 deep coverage look against a tight bunch double set.
2nd and 10, no loss on the first play. Play action. Mendoza has a ton of time. He rolls out to his left. Can he throw across his body? He's in big, big trouble. Doesn't get rid of it and goes down at the 18-yard line. Hung on to the football, and he's fortunate he didn't fumble that, Kenny.
Absolutely, and if you Coach Quinn, you're definitely upset because you had enough time to at least take the ball up the field yourself or throw it away. Can't take 10-yard losses on the first drive. 3rd and long. Pistol spread formation.
3rd, and I'm going to say 19. Mendoza drops, rolls to his right. It's a comfortable side, throws it. It's caught out there. Nice catch by Ayala. Ayala, really good play on defense, though, brought down by Elijah Valdovinos. And a quick 3 and out, and North High's going to get the football.
Yeah, but I like what the offense was trying to do. The short throw on that first down definitely sets your offense behind the chains. But that's one of the things that has a team winless when you have those early mistakes.
Steven Martinez to return for the Stars.
So Martinez stands on the 40-yard line. That's Steven Martinez. Not a big win. Crazy bounce on the snap. But more on this punter later. Well, no, let's talk about him right now, Kenny. I had a game earlier in the year with Ridgeview. You weren't there, but this young man, Carlos Villa, he's a lefty, obviously, and I'm here to tell you, about 3 weeks ago, nearly every deep snap, he had to one-hop it. He was a shortstop for a second, but then he would absolutely bomb punts, and I think it was it might have been Cornford or Van Horn with me. And it got to be a common theme. He would one-hop and scoop it up and really have to go down and get it. And then he would just land some bombs on him. And how about this? Down to the 20-yard line.
65-yard boomer.
Carlos Villa does it again right out of the gate.
Twins left for North High. And I'm looking for something special out of Kyle Dillon. I watched him last year. I think me and you had a game with him.
We did.
Last year, and he went over 100 yards against a good South High team. And he's a senior now. Got some substitutions.
So before the first play on defense, we also get another Wolfpack member, no knees covered up, and they're just wide open and exposed. I don't get it, KC. I don't get it.
Well, you know, some of these bigger guys have trouble getting some pants, and it looks like those are hoop shorts.
Screenplay to start things off, and it will be Kyle Dillon on the first reception of the night. The quarterback, by the way, tonight is Evan Losh.
VP, I'm telling you, between me and you both, we've watched more football than everybody in the building outside of the coaches. Kyle Dillon is one of the most explosive individual athletes I've seen over the last 3 years.
Kenny, my apologies. That's Wyatt Hayner. I didn't sound right when I said it. Wyatt Hayner's the QB.
Okay.
Jersey 15. He hands off to the dangerous Kyle Dillon. Dillon looking to get outside. Dillon's got some room. Dillon down the far side, makes one cut. He gets brought down at the 33-yard line. So a really nice play by, as you mentioned, the aforementioned very dangerous Kyle Dillon.
You know, people always ask me, hey, Ken, what game are you doing this weekend? And, you know, you throw those games out, and people always want the big game with the great records. Sometimes they miss out on some special talent because this kid Dillon's a superstar.
You must have been listening in on a conversation I had earlier this afternoon. I said, you got a battle of two 0-4 teams tonight. They're going to be getting after it. Hayner stands with his heels on the 40-yard line, hands the ball off to Dillon. If it's not broken, why try to fix it? They go with 5 yards to the 35-yard line, 2nd and 5.
Already 50 total yards for the Dillon kid. I said he was going to go over 200 rushing. He might end up at 500 if he keeps up this pace. Twins left, shotgun set. Gets a 40 even front for the Wolfpack.
They say 2nd and 6. This time, sweep to the left side. Hand the ball off to Carson Bennett. Bennett cuts back, and he'll get the first down.
That was an amazing move by Mr. Bennett, but he got outside because of the hold right at the point of contact. It's going to be 10 yards. Repeat 2nd down.
Holding call on North High School. Great to be with you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Julian Wilson, the ever-present, always consistent, always early Julian Wilson. Hey, we've reached 78 degrees. He's got the beanie full force.
Twins left, shotgun set for the Stars.
2nd and 17. They hand the ball off to Dillon. Dillon trying to break free. Nice job. Good tackle up there, about 2 yards after the 2-yard gain. Big fella brought him down.
I mean, I'm talking about Kyle Dillon, but guys like Dillon don't get to run around crazy unless you got guys like Valdivinos pushing the paint. He's moving guys, moving bodies.
Third and 13. Important stop here, hopefully, for the Wolfpack. If you're a Ridgeview fan, a double handoff inside. It's going to take a nice play outside, and it's made. It's a really great tackle out there by Vincent Hernandez. Exactly what they needed was a big open field tackle, Casey.
I'll tell you what I'm loving, VP, is the dynamic ability that this offense has. That looked like it was a reverse, of course, with the fake power, but it also had an option outlet for that running back to pitch it back to the quarterback.
Well, how about this? Coach Boland just saying we're going for it. It's 4th and 8. Hard count, but unfortunately one of their guys, Dylan Epps, jumped off sides, and so it's going to be 4th and 13 now.
False start on North High.
Dylan Epps
more yards back.
With the false start, he definitely blanked it right there because you see the hard count, and they're trying to get him to jump off sides, and now that puts him in a very tough position with 4th and 14 at the Wolfpack 38. Shotgun.
And Kenny, it's 4th and 12. The scoreboard's incorrect. In motion, Martinez. We know he's dangerous. He's the kick returner, the punt returner. Hayner looking right, throws, has a man open, and it's just overthrown. Wide open was Carson Bennett. Ay. And the Wolfpack dodge a bullet.
I mean, again, Wolfpack fortunate that was an overthrown ball, but just like we talked about, everything that they ran from an offensive perspective looked like it had a chance for success. And 50 yards of offense on your first drive is a confidence builder. We'll see if that transitions later. But great job by the Ridgeview defense. Give credit where credit is due. 1st and 10 Wolfpack.
Great to have you with us. Kern High Network's live exclusive coverage of varsity football tonight. We're at Ridgeview. The full purple unis. Whistles blow. Does somebody not have their knee pads pulled down? No, it's a timeout taken by North High School. That'll give us a chance to kind of catch our breath. Great to have you with us. Here we are in week 5. We always say this, Kenny. We always get into like week 5 or week 6, and we can't believe we're already there. I mean, a month of football already under our belt. And I'll tell you, we've had some great games so far. We've had some really competitive games in the mid-levels, and then we've had some big-time blowouts at the, those superpower teams last week. Called Liberty hosting Central, what everybody thought was just going to be a full-on battle of the biggest in the ring. And I'll tell you what, man, Liberty showed pretty quickly that they're not to be trifled with.
Right, and that's one of the things that makes me so proud to see their success year in and year out, because everybody try to count them out early every year, and they end up at the promised land when it's all said and done.
Yeah, they do.
Trips open set for the Wolfpack, 1st and 10.
Those 3 receivers are way out to the left, top of your screen. Ridgeview, quick fire over here to the near side. Nice looking pass right there, and still on his feet, and it's connected out there to Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez is a special player. They tried to go to that rocket screen on the first play of the game, but earlier they got the throw that they wanted on a quick hitch.
Good looking pass to start this drive. Ball is just shy of midfield. 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. No huddle. Everybody up there quickly. Mendoza gets the call off, and a timeout called right before the play. And I mean right before. And the unique thing about having the head coach to our right, about 3 feet away, is we heard the timeout call before it was even made. So with no score yet, first quarter, we're at Ridgeview. They're hosting North High School. Kenny, some more thoughts on this season? Frontier, we called the Frontier North game. We saw the Stars for the first time, Rick Van Horn and I. We don't get Kenny's gifts and talents until a little bit later into the season that is going. This cat's got a busy schedule. So Rick and I had that game on the night before Hurricane Hillary, and we saw that Frontier team really start to, handle business. And then we saw them against this Ridgeview team at home. They really did take care of business. So we have a big game looming October 20th. I've mentioned it a couple times. I'm sure the coaches are tired of hearing it because a lot of things can happen before then. But Frontier at Liberty, October 20th. Handoff right up the middle. How about this, Kenny Calvin? Whoa.
I mean, it's great to see some success in the run game. Jaden Romo on the quick dive play. But that's our first true run play from a team that was run dominant with a guy in Zamir Hall last year.
For a decade, they've been run dominant.
Right. You can go all the way back to Lawrence White, and all of those guys, but now you see the transition of their offense coming out more of a spread attack and using that to their advantage in the run game.
Mendoza, ball's now at the North High 39. Play action right across the middle. What a nice-looking play, nice-looking catch. Will he get in? He does. Touchdown, Vincent Hernandez. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Boy, that was absolutely beautiful. A great pattern, which was a hard slant in the middle, and the ball caught him right in stride.
Well, I talked about the dynamic ability of the North High offense. Coach Quinn said, hold my soda.
Yeah.
Watch this. And we just talked about the athletic ability of Vincent Hernandez. He ran away from about 5 people, but that was just an amazing route developed concept with the fake RPO and quick slant behind the backer.
We've seen the Mendoza-Hernandez connection 3 times now in one series, and that didn't take long.
I mean, he chopped out and stretched out and ran from guys from the 20-yard line with an extra stiff arm. That was an amazing individual effort.
And a flag on the play, but you see Villa's long kick. It's back to the fence line. It's a very powerful lefty.
All start on the attempt. Gonna back it up 5.
So he'll get an extra rep in.
very rare to see false starts on PATs because as offensive linemen, you're just supposed to sit there and catch.
Right.
You're catching
coming
the
at
defender.
you.
They're coming at you. You're not coming off the ball. But again, very impressed by Coach Quinn in that offense, doing something totally different than we've seen over the last 2 years, being run dominant and spreading the football out and getting some plays by their wideouts.
Another penalty, so maybe Carlos Villa is just saying, hey, look, keep it coming back. I want to really stretch out my leg here. 10 yards total now and 2 penalties in a row. It all of a sudden becomes a 30-yard PAT. But if they can get it clean, get the snap down, I don't think it'll be a problem. Another flag. This one's blocked, and I think now they'll just decline it.
Well, it's actually going to be a dead ball false start. Oh, no, they actually gave him the live ball play. So, fortunate turn of events for North High and a block that will go down in the statistics.
Well, and look, Kenny, you're talking about a team that's 0-4. Well, both of them are, but now you're talking about a team that's had some tough luck. And they get in the end zone so quickly, they strike first. The last thing they want to do is stub their toe on special teams PATs that should just be an afterthought.
Right, and that's the tough thing
after the 39-yard
from a coach's standpoint when you're trying to get guys to believe in themselves is seeing those mistakes when you're playing well. You know, it's like 2 steps forward,
right,
3 steps back.
So 6-0. Ridgeview in the South Yosemite Valley League. North in the South Yosemite Mountain League.
I've been to the mountaintop.
Here he goes.
Make your way down to the purple zone and see if you can find some.
All right, 6-0. Wolfpack playing inspired football for a packed house, not a seat available.
Homecoming. So here comes the long leg of the law. Boom. Wow. Returnable. Oh, and he doesn't step on the line. Off he goes, and it's that dangerous Kyle Dillon. Oh, takes a big hit. A big hit.
It's also some huge contact going on at about the 35-yard line, too.
How about that hit right there? I don't have the number. Oh, yeah, I do have the number. How about that?
Oh, Gary Burnett. Amazing hit by number 33. You know, but again, North High had some success moving the football, just stubbed their toe on that false start. When they were going for it on 4th down, you'll see if they can get back to some of that consistency they had early in the first quarter. Twins left. No, it's actually Trips left. Shotgun set against a 40 front of the Wolfpack.
All right, flag on this play also. Oh. And I think that's going to come back to haunt the North High Stars because
there is a flag on the play.
Dylan Kyle
illegal shift on the Stars
took off to the races again.
Yeah, and that got to chap Coach Boland's high because you're trying to keep that momentum going. And it seems like we're starting to see a pattern here of some holding and some false starts that's affecting their ability to get things going.
Things are trending, aren't they?
After the 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Only a 5-yarder. I say only, but it's still 1st and 15.
Yeah, getting behind the chains is tough.
Right. Under 6 to go here in this first quarter. 6-0, Ridgeview up. They keep it right between the hash marks. Nice strong run, but a great job up there up front. Boy, that's a nice-looking tackle there by, love his name, Sincere Wright.
Man, son of my big bro, the late Edward Wright, man. You know, we lost Edward. He was a great East High basketball player in his day, but just did so much for kids in the community. I've donated pairs of cleats on his behalf to other players that he wanted to sponsor.
Excellent.
And it was a heartbreaker losing him, but glad to see Sincere getting his ball on.
What a great first name. This one's lobbed up. He's got him beat. Oh, it's just overthrown. Dylan Kyle, he's going to hurt you from everywhere, from the backfield, out in the open field. And that was just a little long. Had a nice tight spiral on it, just spun it too far.
Yeah, one of the things that young receivers and running backs, and Mr. Kyle has is they lack the experience of running through the route. And what we mean by running through the route is you're looking for the ball too early often. Instead of just running to a point and expecting the ball be in there from a timing perspective, he'll get that as experience comes.
And trust. Okay, Hayner has one back to his left, and they fake it to him. Now he's got a man. Oh, goodness, he's wide open. Can he get free? And that's going to be Gary Oates. Oates brought down to the 35-yard line. So, whoa, what a beautiful play.
I mean, again, the offense of the Stars, from a play concept standpoint, they're getting everything that they want. The only thing that has set them behind is some penalties on the offensive line, whether illegal shifts or some holding penalties and some false starts. If they find a way to minimize those mistakes, they're going to be rolling. First and 10.
Yep, first and 10 from the Ridgeview 38-yard line. Hayner takes a look. Now he's got it back on his right, but he welcomes into the backfield Carson Bennett by handing him the football. Bennett gets up to the 31-yard line. So a couple of missed tackles there by the Wolfpack, and it's a 7-yard gain on a first down.
These North Stars are well coached, though. They've made some mistakes, but you see the action in Hayner. After the ball is handed off, he's still going through his motions. That assists with the visuals of the play concept.
2nd and 4. We're going to dip into and below the 4-minute mark on this snap, and we do. They hand the ball to Kyle. Kyle stretches it out. Oh, how dangerous he is. Another first down. Great patient running. Let the blockers do their job. And speaking of that, that's Braden Shuflatowski.
Whoa, say that 3 times.
I can't, because I think I got it right the first time.
Hey, that's why you're the boss.
Sure. Boy's got a lot of consonants in that name.
I mean, I can't help but continue to highlight the work that's being done by number 53, Valdivinos. They're getting that strong power run, and they're averaging about 5 yards a carry going to the right side right now. 1st and 10.
Yeah, but look at Steven Martinez in the bottom left of your screen there. They stay on the ground with it, right between the hash marks. A couple of big hits up there. The first one to lay it on was Jason Grant. Big hit by Grant.
First time we're saying Jason Grant's name, but he's probably the leader on this team. Plays both sides of the football, one of their most passionate players and coach's son.
Hello to Coach Grant.
Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down.
You know, some of these kids we've watched since they were Golden Empire and Central Delta youth football players, now getting the chance to shine as seniors.
Sincere right, the big right end. They go hard count. Nobody jumps. Now they go strong on the right side package. They give the ball. No, they don't. They fake it to Dylan Kyle, and it was such a good fake. Got everybody, and they picked up the first down by tossing it over to Gary Oates. That's a nice-looking play right there.
Yeah, nice little pop pass. But what gets that going is that fake to the running back on that RPO. As those backers come up, you're able to just dump it right over the top.
And got me.
Twins left for the Stars. Here goes that consistency that we talked about.
Dylan Kyle on the right side. In the shotgun, it's going to be right to him. Carson Bennett takes the Wildcat snap and, gets down to the 6-yard line. Ooh. Well, that's tough. Bennett takes that thing, and he's off to the races. That's tough to stop.
Looking like the old-school Frank Gifford, Iron Horse offense.
He dropped that shoulder, too, so let's get it on.
A lot of famous North High Stars wore those jerseys prior to these guys.
So now he and Kyle are having a chat. It's going to be, again, at least the alignment of Carson Bennett taking the snap.
Carson's a gamer, too. He's not afraid of contact, and he goes right to that left side.
Touchdown saving tackle.
And I'm going to say this. You love good teams, sportsmanship. But if you're down on the goal line as a defender in Sebastian Martinez, you shouldn't be helping the running back up so quick.
And Andrew Guzman down there as well with a big hit. He did not help him up. He helped himself up. 1st and goal from the 2. They're going to go with the big fella, and
I think they stopped him.
Oh, boy, what a hit. That was a big, big hit. I think it was Jason Lampkins. Was that Lampkins?
Man,
You have your binoculars?
I do.
The big fella right there
Yes,
with a white
number
T-shirt.
57.
My goodness.
That was a great play by the nose tackle. Didn't give up any ground.
Jason Lampkins with a big hit. We're at 44 seconds and counting left here in this first quarter. Right behind center. He's going to try to get in. He might not. No, they give it to him. Touchdown, North High School. Boy, what a valiant effort by that Ridgeview Wolfpack defense. But no, North High gets in. Close play. The ball crosses the goal line. Touchdown, North.
Yes, second effort is what got him in. Continue to have those feet pressing. And now this extra point becomes huge. I mean, but VP, we talked about it. North High, how that offense looked on the first drive, if they were able to iron out some of those penalties, they were going to find some consistency. They definitely did that, minimized the penalties, took advantage of some great effort on the offensive line. Now have an opportunity for the lead.
Alexander Nunez, flag, and the ball is blocked. Picked up by Hayner, the quarterback. Not a bad guy to pick up the blocked kick. Let's see what the call is, though. No, it's going to be a false start on North. We've seen this already.
How often have you seen false starts consecutively by teams? I mean, we talked about how rare it is for offensive linemen to have false starts on PATs because you should be just sitting there and catching the defender coming at you.
That's 4 of them. There were 3 on Ridgeview after they scored. There's 1 on North.
Let's see if they can match them.
When your holder quarterback picks it up and goes, that's not bad.
One more time.
So now it'll be a 25-yarder. There's a half a minute left in this first quarter. This is Alexander Nunez, a junior kicker, right-footed. Snap, hold, no flags, kick, up, good. 7-6, North High with a 1-point lead. Hope you're enjoying all of this. I'm Vance Palm. I've got Kenny Calvin next to me and Julian Wilson to my right. Julian's the one giving you that great shot and this wonderful audio. Kenny's the street cred expert, and I'm their chaperone.
Absolutely, absolutely. Our cruise director in the press box. But, you know, here we are, you know, Ridgeview High School, one of our newer high schools in the district, but a lot of new history, a lot of amazing players from Josh Powell, Lawrence White in the past that have been phenomenal, right? Zamir Hall, phenomenal running back last year. Here they are tonight in the middle of a game trying to find themselves as they go into league play. Playing a good North High team, but I like what this offense of Ridgeview looks like through the first quarter.
Ridgeview's also done very, very well in all sports. And you just think about Justin McCall.
Oh, my goodness.
His sisters.
Right. Erica McCall.
Oh, the baseball
Legend.
players. You got some serious, serious talent to come out here. I've called so many football games on this field. I'll never forget one we called freezing, freezing cold, pouring down rain in the mud. Boy, that was something special. Look out. He's got some room. He's got to cut up right about now. Oh, big contact. Ooh, head-on collision right there. A big hit by Jet Skiles. He hit Jeremiah Hayes right in the chest.
Man, that was textbook too, VP. Face up, face mask right into the sternum.
And they both popped up. Good to see. Kenneth, I was so pleased to get up top to the Dameron deck 2 weeks ago, home opener, and see you up there doing your thing, and that golden, beautiful sunset you guys always get to experience up there. Renegades, a couple of big wins in a row.
Absolutely. Coach Littlejohn and the staff finding ways to motivate guys to seek their best potential. You know, I just want to say this. Something about Bakersfield, when the Renegades are winning football games, feels a little bit better to be at home.
Trickle-down effect, huh?
Absolutely. 1st and 10, Wolfpack.
Mendoza.
Trips open set for the Wolfpack against a 3-deep look.
In the shotgun. Low snap. Has to go down to get it. Gets it quick enough. Oh, that closing defense by North High School led by Talon Prince.
Well, that was a great job by the defense disguising what they wanted to do. They had their strong safety drop down into the box. but then backed them up to where they went too deep right at the last minute. And usually you would think that the run game is going to work against two deep safeties, but that's just great effort by that defense.
Our audience is now going to experience the first quarter break. It is 7-6 North High School. Great game, great start. We'll be back on the Kern High Network.
We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we remain rooted here in our community. Valley Strong. Grow your possibilities.
Second quarter starts right now on the Kern High Network. I'm Vance. Kenny to my left, Julian to my right. Great to have everybody here tonight. Coaching staff for North High to my left, and the head coach for the Wolfpack to our right. You don't see that every day. 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground with it. Bounces off the big wall of defense. Tries to make something happen. No dice. He ran into Mitchell Stillion. Stillion tried to jump on top of him like a horse.
Mitchell Stillion, all he was missing was his rope. It is Kern County Fair time, and I was there last night. I saw Brian McKnight.
Oh, I'm so jealous, dude.
Hey, but the most famous person I saw last night, North High legend George Cover.
Georgie, was he signing autographs?
Man, it was so funny to see people not even knowing who they sitting next to.
Of course, that happens all the time. Happens all the time.
Trips open set for the Wolfpack.
3rd and 11. In the shotgun, Mendoza. Pretty good protection, has some time, lets it fly, has a man, and it's caught. How about that? Gonzalez down to the 20-yard line. Wow.
We talked about how special these offenses have been.
He had time.
That was amazing pass protection, but how about the call by Coach Quinn right at the start of the quarter?
Came out of the quarter and said, we're going for the long bomb, and they got it. What a tight spiral. Over the shoulder catch by Gonzalez, and here come the Wolfpack again. 1st and 10 to start off the second quarter. Ball at their 21-yard line of North High School.
Trips open set.
Quick shot out to the right side. Francisco Palma. One of the best last names in all of football.
Oh, absolutely. Especially for our cigar aficionados. But, you know, one of the things I love about seeing Ridgeview have success right now is when you're winless, you go into the comments of some of these posts, and people are always criticizing coaches. If you're criticizing this offense, you're not here tonight.
Mendoza, high snap, has to go down to get it, and bursting through the line of scrimmage, Jason Grant. Grant smashes through the line of scrimmage for a good 4 yards right there, and it makes it a manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, they use Grant in multiple places. He's like their Swiss Army knife, looking to try to get him going. Now it's 3rd and short. You could think this is 2-down territory for Ridgeview. They're not trying to kick field goals to get their first win.
Great description. North High comes in with Talon Prince, the big fella, out on the left defensive end. 3rd and 1, Mendoza. Quick toss out to the near side. Can he get the one that he needs? He does, and it's a nice first down caught out there by Damian Cortez.
And a nice acting job at the end of that, trying to draw that personal foul. But, hey, how about the confidence by Coach Quinn going with that rocket screen? But I think he did that because if you're not getting it, you're going for it anyway.
Exactly. You said it was a 2-down territory, so the first one, they threw a shot out here to the left side. It's homecoming tonight, by the way, at Ridgeview. We see some floats and some stanchions out there. Under 10 to go in this first half.
Shotgun spread set. Trips open set for the Ridgeview Wolfpack.
Mendoza wants to take it himself, but nothing doing. What a great play by the aforementioned Talon Prince. By the way, jersey number 72, Talon Prince, only a sophomore.
Wow, and he just made a big-time, big-league play, because that's one of those plays where they're expecting you to make a mistake, and he was disciplined and held the edge. Great job, young man.
Man, between him and Eddie Ruelas, there's some big dudes right there. 77 Ruelas, he's the left offensive tackle. That's one big dude, and he's got Prince next to him. We have a timeout, and we'll take it very briefly. A short timeout here on the Current 9 Network. 7-6, North up on Ridgeview. We'll be back right after this. Well, the public address announcer is doing his job. He's got everybody fired up right here. It's second and goal from the 9.
We need to work on more of our ultimate Frisbee skills during PE. That's all right. You still got time.
That's great. He's getting them pumped up and fired up, but also saying, hey, we need to work on our ultimate Frisbee skills, everybody. That's a great PA announcer when you can engage at any level. Second and goal from the 9 after the timeout. Mendoza has Jason Grant to his right. An evenly balanced offensive line. Great action here. What a great, fun game. In the middle, it's Grant, and he gets swallowed up. Nothing doing there.
Grant up the middle, finding a little bit of running room.
Nice job there by Jimmy Amador. And also Braden Shuflatowski.
Yeah, you had David Chavez trying to push the pal there and get some movement. Brings up about a 3rd and 6. I saw one of the former Ridgeview linemen, James Talkington, downstairs. He's gray shirting for the Renegades. He's going to have a bright future. But now it's time to figure out who's going to fill his shoes and get his offense into the end zone from that offensive line.
3rd and 7. Mendoza takes the snap. They try to fake everybody out with Grant. Ooh. Huge hit, and the helmet comes off. Oh, goodness. Whoa. He laid the wood, and the helmet popped off.
Oh, my goodness. So you want to play this game of ours. Let me show you something.
Okay.
That was huge contact.
Now, how about this? You have Mason Level has to come in for a play. The grandson of the world-famous Nick Ellis, the photographer.
And son of Marcus Level, coaching on the sideline.
I should have gone with the dad first, but, Nick's he's closer to my age. Marcus's son in the backfield now. An important role. 4th and goal from the 1. Can he get in? They give it to Grant, and he jams it in there.
Oh, we got a game on our hands.
Ridgeview. So Level comes in for one play, hands it off to Grant, and it's we got 12-7. We do have one of the Wolfpack down, and he's in the end zone. And I didn't see him when he went down, and number I still 11. Can't see him. So it is number 11.
Ayala.
So it's Jacob Ayala. And he's an important part of this Ridgeview football team.
But how about the character drive of the Wolfpack? After North High scored and was very efficient offensively, they came right back and just chopped through the field instantly. They had a little frustration in the red zone, but just used that offensive line to continue to push the pal, and they answered the call.
Well, Mendoza got popped on the 3rd and goal, and his helmet flew off. And once his helmet flew off, Mason Level knew right away, I'm on the field, got to go. He ran out there. The call was made, just handed off to Grant, and Grant punches it in. And great to see Jacob Ayala up, and he'll be greeted with a round of applause. And it looks like he's just hobbling a little bit.
Oh, man, that's not a good limp right there.
So there are good limps and bad limps.
Yeah, Coach Bowser used to tell us, are you hurt or are you injured? You can tell when a guy gets up if he's going to be all right in a couple of steps. That walk right there isn't too confident.
What was your answer when Bowser would ask you?
I'm all right, Coach. You got to remember, I said this on our interview for the Hall of Fame dinner that's coming up. I was the freshman in a locker room full of grown men because it was the first year that TAF had closed down, and we get all of the transfers from Florida, D1 kickbacks. And I knew if I miss any practice, I'm not getting my spot back.
Absolutely. Same here, man. When I was playing for the Roadrunners, you'd have to pull me off the court.
What? I played through a pensioner for 3 weeks. Lied about it to make sure I didn't lose that spot.
Nobody heard that tonight. All right, going for 2 to try to make up for the missed PAT. Mendoza back in. Can they get it? They do. Oh, he falls it on it again. Oh, wow. Flag on the play, though. Before anything, flag on the play. What's the White Hat have to say tonight? And It is a holding call, so another toe stubbing event.
On the PAT.
Yep.
That was a nice individual effort, too, to get outside, but maybe that's why he got outside. And think about this. Had North High got on that fumble, they would decline the penalty, and that would be an unsuccessful try.
So they'll do it again. We're in the second quarter, 8:02.
It's very interesting having the head coach to the right and the defense to the left.
Yeah.
As calls are being made.
Angel Corona goes in, jersey 13. And they better get this play going.
Yeah, because they're right on the edge of a delay of game in about 6 seconds.
There it is.
They
snap
got it off
quickly, and they give it to Corona. Can Corona get in? No, he can't. He stepped out of bounds. He stepped on the sideline. So 2 touchdowns, 2 failed PATs. It is a 12-7 score right now. How those interviews go? How are we looking for the Hall of Fame?
I mean, it's going to be a beautiful night. I mean, I got goosebumps.
Hayner hands the ball off. What's a strong run right there by Kyle. They're going to say that he was down before the ball popped out. So Kyle picks up a good 10 yards right there, and it'll be 2nd and 7.
But how about the effort by this North High offensive line, blocking guys at the 3rd level? Elijah Steeman or Stearman putting in work out there. We see you, big fellas. Twins left for the Stars, or trips right for the Stars, actually.
Lencioni sneaks in just a little bit. They're going to try to bring this out to the near side. Flags fly, and most of the time in that type of a scenario, and it's coming from the White Hat. It looks like it's going to be a hold. You never know. You never know, but it looks like it.
Well, if you hear the background noise, you hear Coach Quinn saying, widen out, widen out. He's talking to the outside backer because he's so tight to the tight end, he doesn't realize he's about to get crackback blocked to give up that power play that's been so successful.
To Lori Miller Sundgren, thank you for watching tonight. She's saying, go Carson Bennett.
Lori's a superstar, too. Former track superstar.
Red Gray stars, hey. You got it, Lori. It's a nice game.
The play was good enough for a
2:27 left in this first half. Lori's son is showing out big time for the Fresno State Bulldogs, one of our Kern High Network Players of the Week from a couple of years ago. Probably one of the best individual athletes I ever seen.
How about this? The penalty was actually against Ridgeview, and now it's 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line of North High School. 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Play action. Oh, he had him. He absolutely had him. A nice-looking play. And it was intended out there for Gary Oates. That would have easily been at least the first down.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
I mean, the designs of this offense take advantage of undisciplined eyes. If you're a guy in the secondary and you're looking at the wrong thing and not paying attention to your assignment, you're going to blow a coverage, and that was one of those opportunities, just an overthrown football. But we've seen open guys in the seams all night.
That's a great point. Great point, Kenny. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes, 4 seconds left in the first half. 12-7, North High School up. Right between the hashes, they go to the big fella, and that is Carson Bennett. Boy, that kid's tough.
Yeah, Carson Bennett, one of the toughest players that I've commentated for. I watched him last year when I did the North High Arvin game, and he had a great game that night.
Timeout taken by Coach Bolin. Coach Bolin, by the way, North High alum. Played at New Mexico. Our Director of School Support Services and our boss helps us put these on.
Absolutely.
Talking to me earlier, said, man, what a great young man. Head coach Richie Bolin. And then our guest up here in the booth tonight, well, we're his guest at his school, head coach Casey Quinn. He's been over here. That's the vociferous one you hear to the right. To my immediate right is Julian Wilson. I've been giving Julian some I'm just kind of working through the process of him working on his reps with curls, biceps, triceps, shoulders, chest.
Just so I can hold the camera.
Well, just exactly. I'm just trying to help you out, man. All right, after the timeout here, Kenny, if you're Coach Bolin, you're 151 left in the half. You're only down 5 because of the 2 missed PATs. He certainly wants to take advantage of the timeouts that he has.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to see yourself in another 4th down situation, so expect them to try to use that dynamic offense to create some mismatches and see if he can catch somebody off guard on the defense. But now we got another situation where
Jason Lampkins, the big fella up front, is going to hop out for a minute. And that means that Eddie Ruelas will come in, so one big guy for another. 3rd and 4. Big play here late in the first half. It's Bennett and the Wildcat. Oh, and the extra effort there. The extra effort.
Kyle takes the handoff just past midfield down near the first down marker.
And are they moving that first down marker? They are not. 4th and inches.
Great
4th
stop.
and inches, but I believe they might take this measurement. It looks close enough. The white hat called the timeout. They want to measure this thing.
Yeah, this is
no. He waves off the measurement.
Yep, because he's short of that half yard or that yard.
49-yard line is the first down. They are literally a football away from that. Let's see if there's any kind of hard count. Can they get it the easy way? It's Bennett in the Wildcat situation. He hands it off. Big hit up front.
Ridgeview defense balls up big. You had Julian Aguilar.
He was the first guy to get in there and hit him.
And then you had big man Lampkins back in the game after his knee pads. He's the most hyped person coming off the field, but last drive, you had North High go with the swing pass. They said, we're not going to throw it this time. Let's go ahead and just put a hat on the hat. So that was just great penetration.
Julian Aguilar, jersey 20, got in there quickly, made the initial hit. Then, as Kenny said, Lampkins comes in to finish the job. You can see the football. You can see it. It's short of the 49-yard line. We said it needed to get there, and it came up just short. Ball is now midfield for the Wolfpack. What a huge stop. Now, they have 79 seconds, and a timeout will be called as Coach Quinn wants to take advantage of his timeouts that he has left, and a minute 19 remaining in this first half. Boy, wouldn't they like to at least get close enough for the big leg of Carlos Villa?
And he has a big leg. You get anywhere within the 35-yard line, 30-yard line, I say you give him a shot.
As long as the snap is handled and it's a good set, that ball, he can boot that thing. So you figure you're saying 35-yard line. That means the ball's got to get to, that's a 45-yarder, so it's got to get to the 30 at least. So they got 20 yards to go here. They got to get it to 20 yards, Kenneth.
I mean, with a minute and 19 and the clock
Right.
stopping at first downs, you really can just run your consistent offense, trips open set or empty set.
Nobody back there after the timeout.
First empty set of the night for the Wolfpack.
Oh, they're
Caught 'em off
going to
guard.
send off Jimmy
My
Amador.
goodness.
So Jimmy Amador, one of their valuable seniors, is going to go off. I've never seen so many knee pad calls in my life than I have this season. This season it has been really the focus of all the officiating crews at every game. And look at this, they're going to send off Christian Sanchez as well. If I'm a coach, my high school teams here, I'm just making sure that does not happen. Mendoza chased out of the pocket. Look out, throws it, dangerous, but it is caught.
Oh.
But he stays in bounds.
Yeah, nice pass and catch. Like you said, he stays in bounds. You know, one of the things I've done a better job this season, VP. We haven't been around each other. I went on a therapeutic adventure over the summer to make sure I'm nicer to officials this year.
Oh, is that right? A nice move, but he can't get out of bounds. That's Damian Cortez, so the clock is going to ramble. Now they're up to the 30. We talked about that. The officials trying to do their job to hustle this thing up. Mendoza, now there's no timeouts. They've got to either make this ball hit the turf somehow, or can he get out of bounds? He's going to have to, and he does this time. Nice play. Clock stops at 38, so Damian Cortez gets out.
And they're right at that area where we said that they can go ahead and try to get that kick, but right now with 38 seconds left, you're still running the full aspect of your offense. 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 4.
The kicker, Carlos Villa, can hammer it, but they've got to put him in the right spot if they can. They may go for more, as Kenny said. 38 seconds left, 2nd and 4. Mendoza drops back, looks to his right.
Can't take a sack here, though.
Got to get rid of it, and he throws it, and it goes over the head of Jesse Gonzalez. But to your point, he got rid of it.
Yeah, and that was a very mature play. As you hear Coach saying the same thing. You know, you had time. You got to make sure you go through your 1st and 2nd read. If it's not there, get rid of the football.
Okay,
you
but Kenny, you got no timeouts, 3rd and 4, 32 seconds. Is he going to throw in the middle of the field? Oh, and he does go down. Goodness. Now they've got to hurry.
Now you got a
25
flag, too,
seconds.
which will
Oh, a
stop the clock.
flag flies, stops the clock.
And you got to wonder what it is because it came out late.
They wave it off, so now,
They're going to wave off the flag.
And Ridgeview got a free timeout.
well, the it should be 4th down. It is 4th down. And Villa's not going out there. There was no attempt to make a kick here.
Yeah, that's the distance when you got guys like Brian Walker and Robert Neese.
Well, this is going to be it right here. They're letting it go down to the very, very end.
Hail Mary. Come with me.
It's 4th down, and now they're going to run it.
Hail Mary. Oh, they go
They
with the
run a
quick
screen. Well, can they do with it? Can they get it? Can he get in there? They will not, and that runs out of time. So 12-7 the score at the end of the first half. Nice football game. We'll see you in the 3rd quarter here on the Kern High Network.
However, your Wolfpack
We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we remain rooted here in our community. Valley Strong. Grow your possibilities.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit.
After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because it gives them a whole new set of opportunities they never knew that they had the chance to pursue. I'm proud to say that I'm from North High School and that we have administration that's willing to put the money into offering really, really neat programs like this and preparing kids to succeed.
A lot of more hands-on activity, a lot more about woodworking and what to do, how to make a career for myself.
It's not only for guys. I am actually learning how to make cupboards and put it together, like doors, cabinets. It's really fun, actually.
Yeah, well, It's really amazing to see their growth over the course of a year and how they can come in with no real skill at all and leave being able to actually produce furniture and cabinetry.
Houses need cabinets, businesses having a pool of resources or kids that have some knowledge in the industry would be real good.
Pull down on that. Let's slide these up. Watch fingers.
It's changed a lot. What I'm seeing here is what it's going towards. The CNC equipment, computers. I could actually build cabinets out of this shop. It's state of the art. It really is.
I am constantly looking for students that have been through these programs. It's always nice to have a person that has some experience. It's a lot easier to train. I think we're fortunate in Bakersfield that the Kern High School District has invested in a program like this. I would encourage other businesses to partner up with the Kern High School District like I've done here, because this really shows you what can be done if business comes together with the Kern High School District.
This is where we're going to train the kids to actually get jobs in the industry. We're going to give them the basic tools that they need, also the skills that they need to understand where they fit into the industry.
All the animated things, because we have everything that we need in the scenes.
They are learning the principles of animation, Photoshop. They're learning how to animate in 2D and 3D. And when you swap to that shape, then you're just going to drag these over here.
The storyboard aspect of creating basically the skeleton of the story, and then just sort of directing people in my vision of what I want in the story. And it's also giving me the advantage of Mr. Plord, since he's worked at so many companies, being able to put it in my resume and be like, this is the art direction I've received.
I was shearing my lamb for fair. I have 2 lambs.
This lamb is stubborn.
Taking care of animals is you feed them twice a day, make sure they have water, walk them, make sure they're ready for fair.
Vet science is the first year before you can actually go into animal science, and it's a lot of like hands-on with the different animals, and you get to learn different things such as giving shots, castrating, all that fun stuff. For me, wanting to be a vet when I'm older, it prepares me. All the stuff that I'm learning in ag is definitely going to help me.
I'm in ag communications. Anything that you see on the Facebook page is what we do, and pictures, and we do all the posters that are around campus, anything that just promotes ag.
Our students are all part of the FFA organization, and through that we have a chapter officer team. We do monthly chapter meetings because we're trying to get them involved outside of class so they can find something that they're interested in, and they need something that's going to hook them so that they're ready for life after high school.
In animal care, the students learn a variety of things, whether it's tools or terms. In the veterinary field, they learn about the skeletal systems, animal nutrition, the housing, how to properly care for them. They also have the opportunity in the spring to actually go work at a veterinary hospital or at an animal shelter or a grooming salon.
Animal restraint, weight and temperature, pulse, respiration, all of that I learned here.
They take a state certified test, and if they pass, they become a certified vet assistant right out of high school.
It's always hands-on, and so I think that's what really helps us, is that we're not just getting it from a textbook, we're actually doing these things, and we're actually practicing these things that we'll be doing in our future careers.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit.
After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because it gives them a whole new set of opportunities they never knew that they had the chance to pursue. I'm proud to say that I'm from North High School and that we have administration that's willing to put the money into offering really, really neat programs like this and preparing kids to succeed.
We're in manufacturing engineering. We design parts, 3D parts, 2D parts, we create assemblies.
It's helping me get training in all of this stuff, like the computer programs that we have here, the machines that we have here. We learn a lot of math in here, mostly geometry and fractions, because I love math. That's why I'm in this class.
Mr. Lemmy, he's a great instructor.
So the problem is this piece itself.
He really goes hands-on with us. He helps us as much as we can. We've learned a lot from him.
Right now we're supplying students that are skilled in the safety, basic operation of machine work, and then they also leave with some soft skills. They understand they have to be on time. They understand that they have to get up and talk to people. Most of them are walking out of here with a solid foundation in the entry level of a trade.
They can have a job anywhere they go because they have a basic understanding of what it's going to take to put products out that people are going to use.
Hopefully this is a good career for me. You know, end up doing something good, have a good life, and make some money.
learning a lot, and especially with just the basic knowledge of what you would need for an entry-level job.
All the basic skills to be a medical assistant in a doctor's office or a clinic.
You're leaning on it, and that'll make a difference.
And then they also do on-the-job training, and they work in doctor's offices or clinics throughout Kern County. The kids are job ready, and many of them are employed before the end of the school year. They're promised a job, as well as they continue their education. We have many registered nurses out there and even physicians.
I'm thinking I want to be an anesthesiologist. So a lot of school, but it'll be worth it in the end. We're learning the different roles, what a game designer is, what they do, and how video games are made, and how to deconstruct them.
We're also going to be teaching the hard skills, which includes learning the Unreal Engine. What the Unreal Engine is it's a game development tool that students will be able to use to make their very own video games. And this is something that actually industry professionals use every day to make some of the top-selling games. They're all the same size. You're all on the same plane. There's no undulating terrain or anything like that.
Our instructor, he's really amazing. He encourages everybody. He's really fun, and he makes learning fun.
So they've got top-of-the-line computers here, and they're set up to excel. I would be surprised if other students their age coming out of high school would have anywhere near the level of expertise that these guys are going to have.
A lot of more hands-on activities, a lot more about woodworking and what to do, how to make a career for myself.
It's not only for guys. I am actually learning how to make cupboards and put everything together, like doors, cabinets. It's really fun, actually.
Yeah, well, It's really amazing to see their growth over the course of a year and how they can come in with no real skill at all and leave being able to actually produce furniture and cabinetry.
Houses need cabinets, businesses having a pool of resources or kids that have some knowledge in the industry would be real good.
Pull down on that. Let's slide these up. Watch fingers.
It's changed a lot. What I'm seeing here is what it's going towards. The CNC equipment, computers. I could actually build cabinets out of this shop. It's state of the art. It really is.
I am constantly looking for students that have been through these programs. It's always nice to have a person that has some experience. It's a lot easier to train. I think we're fortunate in Bakersfield that the Kern High School District has invested in a program like this. I would encourage other businesses to partner up with the Kern High School District like I've done here, because this really shows you what can be done if business comes together with the Kern High School District.
We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we we remain rooted here in our community. Valley Strong. Grow your possibilities.
Welcome back, everybody. About to start the third quarter. Great homecoming activities here tonight here at Ridgeview.
Oh, yeah.
And interestingly enough, Kenny, you have somewhat of a correlation and something to draw from, knowing that Jacob Ayala, number 11, is dubbed homecoming king, and he's got to go back out on the field.
Absolutely, and it's against North High. I did the same thing 27 years ago in '94. Won homecoming king against the North High Star.
And the queen was?
Nicolette Ornalis, daughter of my late great coach, Mike Ornalis. We miss you, coach. Shine down on us from the heavens.
So did you go back on the field after that ready to hit?
Oh, yeah. After dropping the pick in the first half, I ended up getting one in the second half.
Well, one thing that we noticed about young Ayala, that little knee ankle injury is long gone. He was strolling as the king, man.
He was pimp strutting as soon as that sash and that hat went on.
Oh, my goodness.
The crown, I should say.
So, yeah, he got the crown on. That limp went away. All right, here we go. Start out the third quarter, and nice coverage there by the Wolfpack as they pull down the dangerous Dylan Kyle. Very quickly, we just want to let all of our faithful viewers out there know we sincerely apologize. We had some technical difficulties for a section of the game. We know that it went down. Thank goodness we have J-Dub here, the man, the myth, the legend, Julian Wilson, able to get it back on. I will tell you that when we come out to these spots out here, we're so used to waking up and getting on our phone and being able to go across the world with one click. So am I. But there's still challenges when you're trying to get Wi-Fi out in the middle of nowhere sometimes. So we're happy to be back. Thank you for your patience. We start the third quarter with Ridgeview up 12-7, but North High has the football. First drive after halftime, and Coach Bolin and Coach Quinn had respective chats with their stars and their Wolfpack. And Kenny, your thoughts on that first half overall?
Man, I was so impressed with both offensive schemes. You know, you come into a game where both teams are 0-4. You don't expect great offense. We saw some very quality offense through the first quarter by the North Stars and through the second quarter by Ridgeview as they gained control of the game. You know, ultimately, though, the difference maker through the second quarter ended up being the defensive line of Ridgeview. They got that huge stop right at midfield.
Who knows what would have happened if North gets that first down? So great point. Really nice football game. It's been a pleasure to be a part of this tonight.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I hate to beat a dead horse, but we talked about how you look at records and you think games aren't going to be quality when you're coming in, and we've been very pleased by the level of football on both sides.
Talked to Stan Green about that this week in the game, and he said, man, it's going to be a good one. I said, you're right, Stan. You're absolutely right. They let us know what game we're calling, and I think all of us looked at it and said, ooh, some drama here. Bennett in motion, but flags fly, so a tough start to this drive already. 2 of the 3 plays have been flagged.
Yeah, and that's the tough thing about North's offense. We've seen them have some issues with some penalties that affected that rhythm and consistency. You would hope that they would get that back going. They're only down 5 points. Still in this football game. 1 play away is what I told the coaching staff as it came up. 2nd and 14. He got a man.
He's got a man open, and it is almost caught. Wow, what a beautiful pass. What a dime. But we will tell you this. Lincioni was getting glued pretty well out there by Jason Grant. Both jersey number 5s out there in that play.
Oh, and Jason Grant hit him with the J. Peasy Jr. and shucked his sword, showing him that he locked down. That was amazing coverage.
I could just see you as homecoming king.
Oh man, it was
did you
totally
twist, Did you twist arm for votes? Were you muscling votes out of people?
I thought I had no chance.
That's great, man. 3rd and 14.
Oh, ball's on the ground, guys.
Oh my goodness, it was almost scooped up.
And guess who?
Well, big play out there. That's Julian Aguilar out there. He made the hit, caused the fumble, and almost recovered the fumble. So, man, Julian Aguilar, again, he's busting through on a couple of big plays. He was the one that put the big hit on here, the initial hit, in order for Lampkins to wrap him up, and then he gets in there and causes some problems. So how about Julian Aguilar tonight?
Right on key. We talked about all the offense and all the razzle-dazzle, but the defense has been the difference in the game, getting those stops in key moments.
So the return man for the Wolfpack, at first he was about 70 yards back there. Now a flag's going to fly, and this could go against North High as well. We'll see. Yeah, the officials looking at a jersey number on the back of a North High School star.
And if you're Coach Bolin, you got to be frustrated. You spent 30 minutes and a half.
Oh, no, it's against the Wolfpack. I don't think it's going to change the decision here.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely you want to get as far from that goal line as you can. And now you got Angel Corona back. Let's see if he can make up for that drop pass that he had earlier. High snap.
Corona's going to get an opportunity if he gets under it. Oh, it's just kicked off to the left side. So, nice punt, good bounce. How about this? Good. Seen a couple of good, nice, fortuitous bounces for the punting team, and that'll go all the way back to the 39, 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Ridgeview Wolfpack. Again, we want to thank Ridgeview High School for hosting us tonight. Thanks to our man Stan Green and all of the superintendents at the Kern High School District, our sponsors at Valley Strong Credit Union. Thank you. We appreciate being able to do great events like this for our community. The principal at Ridgeview High School is Roger Sanchez. The AP of instruction is Taisha Alvarado. The AP of administration is Drew Parker. The athletics director, our good friend Shane Kerner, and the activities director Deborah Whitby, Shane's dad, Clayton Kerner, a long time supporter of local sports and athletics, a CSUB Roadrunner fan. I still see him at all the events. Hi, Clayton.
Oh, nice hole inside.
A nice play, a really strong run out there, and that's the Jaden Romo rocket blast right out of the backfield and through the line of scrimmage. He puts the ball at the 49-yard line.
And they go in tempo right now, VP. They're trying to take advantage of the momentum that they have.
Kenny, I can't imagine that Ridgeview will put the ball in the air right now. I just can't imagine it. I don't think they will. And there's another first down, another 4-yard gain right there.
Great job by the offensive line. But now it looks like you got some guys getting up slow. And now he's back down. But that gives me a chance to make sure that I give some credit to the Ridgeview High School staff as we figure out who's the Wolfpack player who's down. I'm a residential facility administrator.
Right. You were sharing this with us the first half, but we were off the air. I want you to talk to this Stu again about Ridgeview.
Well, as a residential administrator or for residential facilities, I have multiple students who go to school here at Ridgeview, and I get a lot of support from the dean's office and the nurse's office and the special ed department for some of my clients who lived through some horrific situations that are just trying to find a normal life. I wouldn't be able to do my day job without the support that I get from the Ridgeview staff and campus. So, we talked about it earlier, but definitely want to make sure we give credit where credit is due. It takes a village. It's one of the things that we always say. A lot of people think it's cliche, but without the support from the overall community, you don't get the success that you have, and I definitely wouldn't be as successful as I am as an administrator without the support from Ridgeview High staff. So I appreciate you guys.
I appreciate that, Kenny. Thank you. One of my heroes, Kenny Calvin. Appreciate what you do, and thanks for the kind words and the current high school district in itself just teeming with wonderful people. And now we see Jaden Romo after a couple of big runs. He's banged up and looks like he's favoring the left side there, so he's going to be helped off after 2 bursts of 15 yards total. He's getting helped off, and that's tough for Coach Quinn to see. He called his number a couple times, and he delivers, and now he's down.
Yeah, and it definitely doesn't look good, but the one thing that gives me hope is the fact that his ankles are heavily taped. Hopefully it's something that he's been struggling with, that's just a tweak, and he gets back out there.
2nd and 6. Oh, big contact up front. Wow, how that hit right there from Mitchell Stillion.
Oh, my goodness.
That was reminiscent of, and with their jerseys and unis, that was reminiscent of an old Ohio State linebacker. It's a Katzenberger or Ratzenberger, one of those guys that just used to lay dudes out at Ohio State.
Oh, yeah, Big Cat.
Oh, man.
I know Cat.
Right, okay, that's the dude. That looked like him right there. What a hit by Stillion.
And that's the thing about North High. They're down on the scoreboard, but they're not down in spirit. They're continuing to play at a high level. Just made a few mistakes, and now they got to try to corral this running back. Grant gets outside.
Maybe a face mask. Do we get a flag? Yeah, we do.
Yep, we did.
It was inadvertent. I don't think it was intentional or malicious, but it was right there in front of the line referee, so he got it.
And, in the spirit of Deion Sanders and coaching his sons, got to love seeing Coach Grant be able to give his son a tap on the head after a nice, strong run. Grant family, one of my favorite families in the county.
Personal foul face mask on the Stars.
And that face mask is definitely going to be personal foul in 15 yards. And again, Ridgeview finding that rhythm.
And I thought that may be a 5. I thought that might have been the lesser of the more egregious ones, but got him. And that just keeps the purple machine rolling.
Trips open set.
Oh, nice vision. Nice little run right there. They finally catch him at the 20-yard line, but Jason Grant doing a great job.
Pick up 3 on the play.
Now we're Stillion on the tackle again. But Grant, he's probably going to pick up the bulk of the carries after they lose their initial running back. Coach Quinn going with tempo, 2nd and 4.
And they still have Hayes, Jeremiah Hayes to go to. He's over here just kind of relaxing as well. So they've got weapons Quick pass out to the right side. It's caught out there by Palma. And Palma gets to the 14-yard line.
Gotta love Ridgeview's offense. They're not taking unnecessary chances. Their passing game has been pretty much long run plays based on the fact that they're throwing these screen passes. Very efficient. 1st and 10.
Yeah, no big risk taking on their passing game. Grant, play action on the fake. Oh, good downfield block. Really good downfield block. Does he get in? No, he gets shoved out. That's Damian Cortez.
Cortez on the completion. There is a penalty flag.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we're seeing flags almost every play now. That's a drag.
And one of the frustrating things is you rarely see a holding penalty called on a quick screen because the ball's out so quick.
And that's what it is. So it's becoming quite an officious 3rd quarter here. And as you can see, everybody marching it back. Kenny, in 47 minutes, I'm leaving, and you and Julie are going to call the game. I'm out of here. Hope you guys have a nice call. Obviously, I'm joking, but CSUB Roadrunners, first serve against the University of Hawaii, 10 p.m. Hawaii time tonight. Go Runners, 1st and 10, 7 minutes exactly left in the 3rd. Mendoza wants to go to the corner. What a route. What a route, but a great defensive. Oh, goodness. Boy, I thought that was a great effort by Skiles out there.
Skiles was in great position, but he panicked and started grabbing. He was in great position. All you got to do is turn around and play the football. But we talked about all of these rocket screens. Eventually, something's coming behind it. I whispered it because we didn't want to give up the goods to our defensive staff that's right next to us. But you run a lot of those rocket screens, and with that slot receiver blocking for the outside receiver, eventually he's looking at that guy, and they're going to call that pump and go route. And that was a great pass.
A long pass. He was on the far hash, so it's about a 40-yard pass on the rocket, but it was jet. See what I did there? It was jet on the rocket that gets snagged for the flag.
Man.
And that's a rhyme right on time. So here we go. It is 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. And Ridgeview and North battling for their first victory of the season. It's Grant, some nifty footwork out there. A couple of big tackles that he breaks. He rolls out, and I think it's going to be 1st and goal from the 3. I think they got the first down. Let's see.
I think you are right, and I think that Sincere Wright is the reason why they got that hole opened up the way they did. I had to bite your style right there, VP.
You may be right, and it was Sincere Wright. So we have a player down for North High School, and we'll take a short break and be right back 12-7, but Ridgeview knocking on the door at the Kern High Network.
We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we remain
Oh, my boy Trinidad.
Yeah, Trinidad.
Are we back? Man, Kenny and I, we're talking about Trinidad, California like it's nothing. Hope you guys enjoy our chit-chat. 1st and goal from the 3. Good to see the tough Steven Martinez up after that play. 1st and goal. Mendoza hands the ball off to Grant. Grant stays in between the tackles.
Gain of maybe 1 on the play.
Yeah, and you had a missed block inside by the guard. Let penetration get deep. And that was a situation where if you seal that block, You got an opportunity to get inside the goal line nonetheless. 2nd and goal.
We'll dip below 6 minutes here in 10 seconds. Mendoza, his heels are on the 8. Give it to Grant again. Grant battles down to the 2-yard line. Flag on the play.
There's a flag down.
And looks like it's going to be a hold, and it is again the White Hat calling a hold on Ridgeview.
Yeah, and eventually, as an offensive lineman, you just got to understand game situations. You're knocking on the door inside the 5-yard line. There's no need to grab a guy. All you're doing is putting the hat on the hat and moving.
That's a
shouldn't
great
be
point.
Grabbing anything.
It's another great point, Kenny. Just at certain times, just try to move a body.
Right. I mean, young players, if you're listening, pre-snap recognition and knowing where you are in situations is half the battle in being a great player.
2nd and goal now from the 14. Boy, that changes the complexion of everything. Mendoza wants to go to his right, does, stops, gets flushed out. He's going to have to get rid of it, and he tosses this thing out of bounds. Took a hit at the end. No flags anywhere, so it'll be 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
And that's still at the 14.
And that's a crucial sequence.
Sure
there,
is,
VP,
man.
because you go from 1st and goal inside the 4-yard line. One penalty takes you back out to the 15, and now you're right back to doing what you don't want to do inside the red zone.
And Kenny Grant's run got it to the 1 on that penalty. So whether that's the reason he got that close, but that's how close they were. Now all of a sudden, 5.5 remaining, 3rd and goal from the 14-yard line.
You know, a lot of people want to criticize officials when penalties are called in crucial junctures of the game. It's up to players to not make the mistakes.
It is what it is, right?
It is what it is. Told y'all I'm being nice to the officials this year.
Man, you are.
Man.
You've changed.
I've changed. I'm a better man.
I don't know what that means. You've changed. Nice play right there, and he catches it. He does. He gets it. Touchdown! Jason Grant. Boy, he was a whisker away from hitting that sideline, but he got in. Touchdown, Wolfpack. No flags. And so on a 3rd and goal from the 14, when it was at the 3, they get it out to their money man, Jason Grant. He went down to his shoestrings to catch it, and I thought that might take all the momentum out of the play, but he was able to make one move, and like I said, he was so close to touching the sideline. He did not. He gets in. Touchdown, Ridgeview. So now here they go again. They've had 3 touchdowns. 2 of the 3 PATs have been unsuccessful, so 18 divided by 3, 6. Can they get something here on the PAT? They've got Grant to his right, Mendoza in the shotgun.
And they're in man coverage.
And Grant gets swallowed up. Absolutely nothing. Not a real adventurous attempt for 2.
Yeah, they've had 2 situations where they've gone on the ground for those point afters. North High's loading the box. You could tell it's man coverage, and I'm going to tell you how. If the defensive back is not even looking inside, and he's just looking at his man, yeah, it's man coverage. But that gives you an extra opportunity to try to create something special in a one-on-one matchup.
Option or something. Maybe something looking outside. And but bottom line is they have an 11-point lead, 18-7. 3 touchdowns by the Wolfpack right now.
You know, but the crucial thing, VP, 11-point lead. Still a 2-score game, pretty much, when it should be pretty stretched out if you can make those PATs and if your kicking game is right.
It'd be 21-7, so much different picture. Something to take to the shed on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, because North's offense have shown that they can move the football. Touchdown, 2-point conversion, and the field goal, we got a tie game, and those PATs loom big. Nonetheless, great job by the Ridgeview offense doing what they needed to do after playing some great defense.
22 cheerleaders right in front of us.
Man, beautiful scene here on the Ridgeview campus, man. This purple's looking good.
Villa throws up a 7-iron. Oh, it's caught on the run, and I mean really caught on the run, so much so that Dylan Kyle kind of got off balance, and he gets tackled by Vela Gage.
Dylan Kyle on the return
Yep,
for
yep.
the Stars. 10 yards on the return. Tackled very quickly by number 22, Gage Vela.
Okay, so Gage Vela. But that was just a great kick. We talked about the special teams play from Ridgeview and their kicker. They're doing a great job putting the ball where it needs to go. Even the punt on the last drive that was 40 yards and angled out of bounds to keep it out of the speedster's hand. So amazing job by the special teams unit. You know, that was the theme of the week for our Renegades, man. We played so well in special teams and punt returns and being able to get some things done in other phases of the football when offense wasn't playing so well. So
Great time to be doing that. And that's Dylan Kyle, who was boxed in. Nice job by the defense to
Pass complete to Kyle.
keep the perimeter closed down.
yeah, Dylan Kyle, we talked so much about him early.
Gonzalez on the tackle.
Ridgeview's doing a great job kind of bottling them up since
Right.
the first quarter.
Right.
And challenging other team members to make plays.
Under 5 to go in this third quarter. 18-7. Martinez back up.
Wow.
Well, you're right, Kenny. This defensive front for Ridgeview posing problems.
You know, it's not fan-friendly football when you see a lot of impact plays inside the box. But that's how games are won. They're won in the trenches. I was an edge guy. I thought I was special until I got to the next level and had offensive linemen like Chad Manning that end up going to Purdue.
3rd and 2. Flags fly, whistles blow. Another flag here in this third quarter. This has been a disjointed.
Oh, sideline warning for Ridgeview. I thought it was another North High penalty. You know, and if you're North High, you had so much success early in the first quarter. Since then, it's kind of sputtered out. You got to figure out some ways to get some consistency in this drive if you want to be in this football game.
So the line judge has to make that call right next to the coaches that he's that's an awkward moment, you know, standing right next to him and say, look, I got to call that on you. So the white hat comes over. So
and what they're trying to do, if you're watching, and why it's such a big deal, as plays are happening, officials aren't looking at the sideline. They're watching the field of play. So if they're having to run up the field, up the sideline to watch the play and make sure they don't miss a call so they don't get screamed at by all these home fans, you need your coaching staff to back up.
Oh, I'll never forget.
At least 3 yards from the sideline.
I was calling the game down on the sidelines years ago for Bright House Networks. They had me down on the sidelines, and one of the officials just ran right into an assistant coach. I mean, 100 miles an hour, just bam, and the official got hurt. The coach got hurt, banged up. They had to call the. It was a tough deal. You got to stay out of the way.
Oh yeah, I spent 2 years as the get-back coach. My first two seasons in the collegiate level.
3rd and 2. Big play for North High. They've got to get the first down, and it looks like they do. Dylan Kyle gets handed the football, and he does his job, picks up the first down. So with 3:47 left in the third, still a tight football game, 18-7, but North High needs to score on this drive or the next one no later.
Yeah, North High did a great job early because their passing game was working so well, complemented by the running game. Now it's trying to kind of seem in one-dimensional in moments. Got to get the running game back going to assist with some of those play-action passes that were successful early and getting the matchups in between the seams.
Hayner rolls to his right, tosses out here. Nice pass, nice catch, nice tackle. Good job out there by Jesse Gonzalez. But I think he got the first.
Yeah, he got the first.
Number 1, Jesse Gonzalez.
You know what? I think it's going to be about a yard short.
Wow.
Ooh, that was close. Really close.
That was a tough spot right there because I'm standing right at the 49-yard line. And thank you very much because it should have been a first down based on where the ball was caught.
Look where the second down marker is, 1 inch.
Yeah, they need to get the box updated as they still have second down, and now they do. But very important third down conversion for the Stars. 1st and 10.
2.5 left in the third. Hayner tosses it out. Big hit, but they don't wrap up, and that means Martinez gets a bunch. He picks up 13, 14 yards.
You got to grab cloth. If you're a young defender, you come up, you're so eager to make that huge hit of the week that you're just bowing guys up and throwing your forearms into them. You got to wrap up and grab cloth. I tore a fingernail out my hand before, but I didn't miss the tackle.
I'll tell you what, Kenny, it's one of my favorite things about football, especially at the really high levels, when you see just a beautiful tackle out in the open field. They just know exactly what they're doing, where to go, how to do it. Hayner tosses, and it's knocked out. It'll be
huge
incomplete.
hit.
That's a big hit without wrapping up. That's Vincent Hernandez. He did get the hit of the week.
That was an amazing hit. Because, like we said, the run game has been successful now. So you can get some of those play-action passes. Nice dial-up by the North High offensive staff. However, huge hit. An impact play by Vincent Hernandez. 2nd and 10.
Perfect half moon tonight. We're halfway there.
Crescent moon for my Sigmas.
Oh, you got him. Man wide open. Can he make the catch? No, he cannot. Man, oh, man, he was wide open, and that's the speedster, Steven Martinez. What a great call, great play call. And I'll tell you what, Hayner sold it well. Hayner sold it very well. Just a little too far on the pass.
Yeah, you got to make that throw because coaches wait all night to throw that pass in there. You've run a lot of screens and a lot of short, quick hitches. You're trying to set that DB up to be greedy, and they got him right there. Just an overthrown football.
We all yelled it. We saw it from here. It was wide open. 3rd and 10. Hayner this time. They sweep it out here to the near side.
You got to cut that up.
Dylan Kyle and
Sincere right.
Yeah,
with the huge hit.
The first job out there was Vincent Hernandez. He snagged him on the shoelaces and slowed him down enough for Sincere to make it Sincere.
Oh, my goodness, man. Sincere Wright, one of my former Kids in Cleats recipients. That's the second time we've seen him fly down the line of scrimmage and blast the guy.
He ran off the field, congratulated everybody. They congratulated him and the coach today. Please get back on the field. Can you get back out there? There he is right there, number 79, lower right part of your screen, the left defensive end right there. He's on one knee. That's him.
You know, I talked about his dad, his late great dad being a former basketball guy. He also played football, but that's picked off.
Should be picked off, and he dropped it.
Oh,
my gosh, Jesse Gonzalez.
Well, it was 4th down anyway, so.
Yeah, but he had some green grass in front of him.
Yeah, it could have been a touchdown and his name in the paper, but nonetheless, great job by the defense. And we talked about the Ridgeview defense being the difference makers after the offenses look pretty balanced from both teams, but the defense of the Wolfpack has made their presence known.
Hayner let go of that one, and it was really in an area where there was nobody. Well, I shouldn't say that. It just not on that route. He's missed his target for sure, and Gonzalez, he might have gone for 6, though, Kenny.
Yeah, he definitely would have been still running. Trips open set. And right now, with 49 seconds left to go in the third quarter, if you're Ridgeview, you still got to be aggressive.
We see Hayes back in. Play action to Hayes.
Nice hit.
Caught, though. The catch made by Cortez. He did take a pop at the end of it, but I think he got about 4 or 5 yards. We gave him 6, so 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Elias Torres with the huge hit, but he definitely hung on to that. Had the North High receiver did the same thing, it may have changed the complexion of their last drive. Nonetheless, 2nd and 5 for the Wolfpack.
Under 30 seconds, Kenny, here in this third quarter, and they may let this just roll out.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Quinn isn't in a hurry right now, telling his guys to go ahead and check with the sideline.
They may try to run it.
And they're going to call a timeout.
A timeout with 5 seconds left in the quarter. They got the play off. That's good. And how about this? So that will take care of it. They almost got called for a timeout, but they didn't get it in quick enough. And that'll end the third quarter. When we come back, 18-7 Ridgeview. Let's see what happens here. Great finish coming up on the Current 9 Network.
Here in the third quarter.
We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we remain rooted here in our community. Valley Strong. Grow your possibilities.
Fourth quarter action. Kenny Calvin singing Neil Diamond.
So good.
That's one thing I do miss about calling Renegade games with you. Kenny and I would put on concerts. They didn't up our pay, but we did it.
They probably cut our pay.
Look at this. They start off. Oh, flag on the very first play of the fourth quarter. I don't know if it'll count. We'll see. A great play call for Angel Corona, but the whistles are blowing pretty quickly on this.
I think they're going to call a pick route.
And all for naught as it's a legal man downfield.
Oh, ineligible receiver downfield. Those are the reasons why coaches have gray hair or no hair at all. You got a three-step drop. The quarterback's letting it fly as fast as possible. You should not be downfield. And you can hear coach yelling at him from here.
The Ridgeview fans, the Boo Birds, are out on these officials. They're starting to take it personally.
Right, but I also like to remind some of these dads and big brothers down here doing all this barking that we need some officials.
You're so right.
Wow.
Oh, and that's in an almost picked off. Oh, no. So Angel Corona almost went for a touchdown on the play that got called off. This time they had some communication issues between Mendoza and Corona, and that was scary. That could have switched this game on a dime.
Right, and that's the difference between lower level football and higher level football. If that was the NFL, that would be illegal contact based on the fact that 5 yards down the field, you can't put your hands on a receiver. Nonetheless, that's incomplete. Shotgun spread set. Nice.
And that is Hayes.
Ezekiel Thomas on the carry off to the right-hand side. Pick up about 8 on the play.
I keep saying Jeremiah Hayes.
And they said Thomas.
Ezekiel Thomas. I'm going to go with the PA announcer. What do you have for 27?
I have Jeremiah Hayes. On our next break, we'll try to get Coach Quinn to let us know who 27 is.
Well, I've been calling him Jeremiah Hayes all night. And let's find out. They're going to try to strip the ball out. He gets up to the 40-yard line.
Gain of 10 on the play. That's going to be enough for Wolfpack. First down.
First down.
They're in the middle of their offense, so I'm definitely not going to try to interrupt Coach Quinn.
Yeah, don't do
when
that.
He's calling plays. He make you feel like you one of his players sometimes. I love his intensity. You know, you got to have confidence to broadcast a football game in between coaching staffs.
Yeah, it's not like we're separated by glass in our own little area, right?
Right.
First and 10, under 11 to go in regulation. This time they give the ball to Grant. Grant cuts up and gets to the 30-yard line. Nice job there. Good job running by Jason Grant. He didn't have much, and he got something out of it.
Right. I mean, but VP, me and you have called some dangerous games in some dangerous areas. We've been in the stands at El Camino.
Oh,
We've been in the stands at Golden West College, right next to the home teams with our full broadcast not biting a word.
We got a timeout. We'll take it and be back right after this. 10:29 left in regulation, 18-7. Ridgeview up off North. We'll be back right after this.
So we're back. Ridgeview High School holding on to an 18-7 lead with 10:29 to play. We just got a confirmation that Ezekiel Thomas is number 27, not Jeremiah Hayes. So we definitely want to apologize to the Thomas family. We'll make sure we'll get him some love. He can get even more love if he keeps running like he's running. He's averaging about 5 yards a carry on this drive.
Jersey 27, Ezekiel Thomas. So apologies. We confirm that with the main man himself. Speak of the
Thomas.
devil. And nice, tough run up to the 25-yard line.
Man, I'll tell you what, though. You got to love a offensive lineman in Ian Ortiz pancaking the defender and then helping him up right away off of the same pancake. Pancakes for dinner, everybody.
You know why? He wants to get back on the ball and go, go, go. You know, he's like, hey, let me help you up quickly because we're in a no-huddle offense. Get up.
Pancakes for dinner.
And we will dip below 10 minutes left right now. No, we won't. Well, no, we won't. 10:02. And dead ball. And by the way, this officiating crew
has been busy.
Is being run by one of the all-time best. This is the gentleman that, by the way, sits up in the George Pavlovich radio booth at Memorial Stadium, and Mr. Landis oversees all the officials and takes notes. So Brian running the crew tonight, the best of the best.
Got the boss in the house.
Yeah, we do.
I gave him some love last week. I didn't recognize him because he had on a Renegade shirt and not his zebra stripes.
but for the record, you've changed. 9:44 left in regulation. Ridgeview right now, the clock is their friend. They're just trying to grind this thing out. What a big hit, a big tackle out there by Luke Lopez. Lopez, the junior, threw him down with some authority.
Man, those are the kind of tackles right there that made me not want to play offense anymore.
And that looked like a wrestling move.
Oh, my goodness. And that might be why Grant's coming out, because he got slammed to the ground pretty hard.
Again, as we mentioned, the clock, Ridgeview's friend here, already below 9 minutes, just like that. And here is Thomas.
Oh, another huge
Thomas
hit
with another
inside.
big hit. And they blow the whistle before he goes down. That's how tough he is to bring down, but a good job out there by Elijah Valdivinas.
Valdivinas has been busy today,
You know, the game that we started the season with, North and Frontier, North was in that, and they were playing tough. The wind was blowing crazy because it was on the eve of Hurricane Hillary, and it was hot and windy. It was just like being in the desert. It was like being in Palm Springs in the summer when there's a wind.
Oh yeah, I had about 3 of my plants broken.
Right. It was one, but they were in it for a bit, and Valdivinas is one of the guys laying some big hits on Frontier. And another flag. False start again on Ridgeview.
Yeah, and it's definitely tough when you're up and you're trying to finish a team off in the fourth quarter. You continue to have these penalties that put you behind the sticks. 3rd and long. Get him in there. A little check with me for the Ridgeview offense.
So Hernandez runs on the right side. And now he scoots up to the line of scrimmage. will they go to Vincent Hernandez on a 3rd and 17? They do. It's a slant.
Flip
Can he
screen.
get free? Can he get free?
Uh-oh.
Hernandez does.
1 man to beat.
He gets to the 5-yard line, and does he get in? No, he gets knocked out at the 1-yard line, so no touchdown. But a really, really good call by head coach Casey Quinn. He was screaming to get him in there, to get him in there, to get him in there. And guess what? They got him in. And a really nice play call. And it's 1st and goal from the 1. So this could very much at least get the curtains ready to close.
And this is a tough situation for the Stars because if you watch this football game, they've had an opportunity.
You got Angel Corona in the slot on the left side, and they don't get in. What a great job by North High School. They keep Ezekiel Thomas out of the end zone.
Yeah, great job by the interior defense, but we got a North High Star down, and it doesn't look good as he's grabbing his left knee. And that looked like number 60, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, it's number 50.
Yeah, it's the tough guy, Luke Lopez. One of the tough ones. They're all tough, but he's especially tough.
Yeah, he's been flying around all day, but it's good to see him get up on his own.
He pops up quickly, and the officials blow the whistles, and they say, hey, the party's still going. Let's go.
All right, yeah, this isn't a timeout, so get everybody back in, and let's play some football. And it's actually 2nd and goal now. Still got 1 on the board, but it'll be 2nd and 1. And this is an opportunity for the offensive line of Ridgeview to do what that Frontier offensive line has been doing, and that's finish games in the 4th quarter.
And how about this? Easy walk-in for Jason Grant. Touchdown, Wolfpack. So Jason Grant has really spent some quality time in the end zone tonight, Kenny.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's one of the guys that's a leader, but true team guy doesn't need a lot of pats on the back to be prepared. When his number's called, he's usually ready.
You're so right. That's a great point. He's if I'm called, I'm ready. If I'm not, I'll do my job and help prepare.
Right, with a smile on his face.
Exactly. So now they go back to the orthodox PAT, and it's long, but it's wide.
Wow, that was a rocket. Probably hit my car over there. Nonetheless.
Oh, I do see the red Lamborghini parked right behind the fence line over there. 24-7, 4 touchdowns, no PATs.
You know, well, VP, one of the things that I always like to talk about on the broadcast is that you never know how long these experiences are going to last.
Of course.
Right? You know, it is so nostalgic to be part of the broadcast with you because you helped start my broadcast career in 2016 when I showed up after bye week on a rain game at Moore Park.
With no sweatshirt.
With no sweatshirt. I was such a rookie, I didn't even bring a jacket.
Somebody make a great play on defense and say, what do you think about that, Kenny? I gotta tell you, VP, that was...
But I said all of that to say this, VP. Such an honor to be part of the process. I want to thank all of our staff down at the Kern High School District Superintendent's Office. But it's just an honor to be present. You know, I'm 5 weeks into the season. This is only my week 3. So appreciate you, big bro, and thanks for the leadership with you and Julie.
Well, man, if there was ever a natural, you're it. Villa drops it at the 8-yard line.
Oh.
Kyle gets brought down at the 25-yard line. So now, if you're Coach Bolin, you got to pull everything out of the briefcase now, all the tools out.
Oh, yeah, because they've had some success offensively. It's just the small penalties that have taken them out of third down conversions. And then you had the turnovers on downs. You had the stops right here at the 49-yard line by a Ridgeview defense. And then they took advantage of all their offensive opportunities and started to clean it up when it counted. In this 4th quarter, they've kind of sputtered and haven't been able to put them away how they would want to. But for North High, you got to figure out a way to get back to what you did well in the 1st quarter.
Thank you, Kenny. 1st and 10 7:15 remaining. They stay on the grass with it.
Whoa,
and
nice tackle.
Dylan Kyle gets hit hard.
Dylan Kyle pick up 3 tough yards on the play.
Yeah, and that was very tough yards as Fabian Jimenez is plugging stuff up in the middle. Second and about 6. And if you're the North High Stars, you kind of probably want to play with a little more tempo. Because, I mean, you're still in this football game if you can get a quick score.
Got to happen now.
But it got to happen now.
Bennett looks like he wants to throw. Can't get rid of it. Great pursuit by, and there's a flag on the play.
Bennett scrambles and throws a pass away. There's a flag down.
Oh, looked like a legal chop block.
Nah, it looked like, I think he was holding, but holding the actual pads. It almost looked like what the
well, that was a
clamping
new signal on.
Like only he can pull that out though. Let's see what
that is Brian. Oh, personal foul. Wow. Yeah, so it was a crackback block. I didn't see the other arm. Illegal crackback block.
Well, as Bennett took the snap and he rolls right, one of his offensive linemen caught one of the Wolf Pack from behind. So now it is 2nd and 20. Quickly, they go directly to the left side on the ground. Bennett trying to make something happen. He gets brought down at the 15-yard line.
Nice stop, open field tackle by number 5.
So maybe a yard gain for the length that they had to run. We're going to dip below the 6-minute mark here very, very quickly. It's 24-7. And next week we're going to get into league play. And that's going to bring up some scenarios that if you're a team that's doing well and you're playing well, I mean, you can't wait for league play. You want it to start because you're on a roll. If you're not doing so great, it's like, uh-oh, now we're in the thick of it here. North next week starts league hosting West. So West High School, the Vikings will be at North. Bennett rolls to his right. Will he let it go? He hangs on to it. He's a run-first player. So he goes and he's knocked out of bounds.
Bennett scrambles,
just a great job by the Ridgeview defense. The secondary has everything covered. They had a spy on Bennett, knowing that he's a guy that likes to run. And just know where to go. And right now, if you're North High, I know you're down. But 4th and 13 from your own 21, you might want to think about punting this football.
Well, the last non-league game for Ridgeview is next week. They start league on October 6th, but next week they'll have their last non-league game. And my friend, they play each other in the season, the flip-flop, and they're going to Frontier.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and Frontier is one of those teams that's feeling very confident about themselves. They're playing very well, and that's why I referenced them in that last drive. But right now, Ridgeview is looking like they're getting better at the right time, going into league play in a couple of weeks. And I saw my big bro, Mike Martin, down on the field prior to the game, and he said that we were going to see a better brand of football out of the Wolfpack, and he didn't disappoint.
Very good. Short punt didn't go far. It'll be 1st and 10 in Ridgeview territory at the 43-yard line. So with 4:12 to go, head coach Casey Quinn staring at his first win.
I mean, and Richie Boland, you got to be frustrated with that punt because you're down and you're expecting to just try to flip the field, and you get the worst punt out of the night from a punter who's done very well. So just unfortunate turn of events.
So if you're Coach Quinn, you just want to grind this thing out, man. Just keep it on the ground, let that clock roll out, and that'll be that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got guys like Ezekiel Thomas who's been pretty efficient on the ground in this fourth quarter. I like the way that Coach Quinn has called this game. He's thrown it when he's needed to. He's been balanced, can't really key on what he's doing, but right now you want to put this offensive line to work, led by Big Sincere Wright.
Well, they're going with level at the QB spots. We may have seen all we're going to see tonight of Mason Mendoza. And Mendoza, he's got his helmet off over here, so I think he's done for the night. He's putting the headsets on. I think Coach Quinn is going to talk to him from up here.
And that's one of the beauties of being efficient in a football game, giving your tools as a starter an opportunity to play. That was a goal for us as drillers. We wanted to be up 50-0 at the half so our 2s, 3s, and 4s could get some real live game action.
Thomas thrown down. Nice run.
Thomas on the carry off to the right hand.
Better tackle. Jacob Sanders with a nice hit.
Jacob Sanders on the spot.
You know, you definitely want to reward your guys that help you prepare. A lot of these
first down.
second string, third string, fourth string guys never get real live game action. So it's up to your ones to execute and get as big as lead as you can so your best friends that never get to shine can come out and shine too.
50-0 you wanted it at half. You hear that?
Yeah.
You hear that, Kern County? You hear that?
Look it up. We did it.
Look it up. I love it. Acevedo with that run. That's Andrick Acevedo, jersey 28.
You know,
go ahead.
No, I'm loving the fact that we're getting to see some of these extra guys, but you still see the intensity from the offensive line trying to get a hat on the hat with 2 minutes left.
Acevedo comes out. Burnett goes in, jersey 33. 2:25 and counting. 2nd and 9.
And VP, as they get ready to have this timeout, I'm going to tell you a quick joke because we were talking about last week, and I hate to bring up the Eastside Blaze, but somebody asked the great Steve Walford, what team did you guys feel sorry for when you were playing? And we both said it immediately. It was like, man, East High. Because in 2 years between 92-93, 93-94, we beat East High 70-3 and 76-6.
So you're saying they almost got double digits.
Oh, my goodness.
In 2 full years.
150+ to 9 in 2 years. And we had a lot of friends on those teams, so it was like, sorry, guys.
So tonight.
I still love y'all, man. But
no,
you know,
I got you.
But that was the goal. It was all done with the. Absolutely.
2nd and 9. Strong run to the right side, and that is Angel Corona.
Gary Burnett on the carry up the middle, picking up 7 on the play.
Coach Dwin's got a nice job tonight. He's picking up his first win. Getting ready for Frontier the right way. Level looks over. Time clicking down.
There you go, Coach.
24-7 right now. Ridgeview up on North High School. Almost over. This game's almost done. About a minute and a half left, and it's going to wrap up. 24-7. Ridgeview over North. I'm Vance Palm with Kenny Calvin and Julian Wilson next to me. Beautiful Friday night. It's going to be a great weekend.
Absolutely, but VP, since we're down to 1 minute, I got to go ahead and start thinking about Kern High Network players of the game, and I would be remiss to give it to anyone other than the offensive and defensive lines for the Ridgeview Wolfpack.
In the trenches.
In the trenches. They just dominate.
Did Stan give you 14 shirts?
Well, we're going to figure out how to get him those shirts. I work right down the street, so we can drop them off, and then I can drive them down.
That's what I love about, that's what I love about Kenny. So, team wins tonight for In the Trenches, offensive and defensive lines for the Ridgeview Wolfpack. Players of the game, we're obviously joking. We don't have 14 T-shirts, but we want to let you know on the air that our players of the game in the trenches, And for you coaches that handle your offensive defensive line, great job tonight, because, Kenny, this game turned around on 4th and
Right
short
in front of
here,
us.
right at the 50-yard line. The game just changed, and Ridgeview started that, dare I say that, one stop just welled up the confidence over just like that.
Absolutely. I mean, and to see it done in the trenches is a beautiful thing. We talked about it not being a fan-friendly version of football. Everybody wants to see basketball on grass, what my late, great coach Jimmy Red Parker would call it. But to see the big guys establishing dominance inside the goal line stance, the offensive line getting those crucial touchdowns inside the 5-yard line, that's how you win football games and get better.
That's the voice of Kenny Calvin, living legend right here in Kern County. And that's probably going to do it. So Coach Quinn will get his first win of the season. Coach Boland still going to be striving for his. And a really, really nice job in the trenches for the Ridgeview Wolfpack. And they'll move to 1-4. North High School right now still on the snide at 0-5. But we believe they've got some great things ahead of them.
Oh, yeah.
Right behind center, they go to a knee for Julian Wilson and Kenny Calvin. I'm Vance Palm. Want to thank you for being with us tonight. The Kern Network's live exclusive coverage of high school football, and Ridgeview wins its homecoming, and they get a big win. Everybody have a great, safe weekend. Good night, and God bless.
It was a great homecoming 2023.